Hello, Dr. Claire here, and today we're talking about all things bones. Back when I was a child, I remember my family and I used to throw our dogs a table scraps and cook bones, really not thinking twice about it. But I think today families are much more educated about the risks that come with feeding dogs bones. There's no doubt that dogs chewing bones comes with advantages. It's an excellent source of minerals and nutrients. It satisfies a dog's inherent need to chew. And it's also wonderful for their teeth in breaking down tartar and plaque and preventing periodontal disease. But bones come with big risks, and nowadays most vets are encouraging pet owners to avoid bones altogether. The most common problem that we see is gut complications. When dogs swallow bits of bones or entire bones, they can get caught in the esophagus, the stomach, and the intestines. And even worse, some sharp bits of bones will poke through the walls of the intestines, and that is a life-threatening emergency. And if your dog is lucky and they've swallowed a bone and they're able to pass it naturally, it's going to cause a lot of irritation and inflammation to the digestive tract as it passes through. At the very least, in those cases, we often see constipation, vomiting, and diarrhea in those patients. Another problem we see is fractured teeth. Bones are really hard, and when a dog can bite into them, they often break their teeth. Obviously, that leads to dental work and often extractions. Other types of injuries also occur. Sharp bones often cut the mouth and tongue and the oral mucous membranes, requiring surgery. I've seen a number of cases where bones have become lodged in the dog's mouth, particularly between the molars. And in those cases, I've had to do a general anesthetic, pry the bone out while the dog's asleep, and then stitch up the damaged tissue. And if that's not enough, sometimes bones slide down the back of dogs' throats and get caught in their airways. Touch wood, I've never seen this emergency, but I do know when it does happen, the owners and the vet have to work really fast in order to save the dog's life. Despite all these risks, some owners are still determined to feed their dogs bones. And in some ways I can understand that. But if you do want to feed bones, you need to understand some very important rules. The most important thing is cooked bones are an absolute no-no. Cooked bones cause the most problems in dogs. It's because they're sharp and they splinter when the dogs chew them, damaging the mouth and gastrointestinal tract. If you want to give your dog bones, then large, raw, meaty bones are the safest ones to give. You should be around when your dog's eating the bone, and it's best to give it to them after a meal so they don't try to swallow it whole. The bones should be larger than the dog's muzzle, because that prevents them from swallowing them whole. A raw beef shank is a good example of a bone to give a large dog. But the fact remains that all bones, even large, raw, meaty ones, come with risks, and some are life-threatening. So I think most vets agree nowadays it's best to avoid them altogether. Having said that, dogs instinctively need to chew. So if we're taking away bones, we need to provide an alternative to satisfy this inherent need. Specially made dog chews, especially the puzzle ones that you put little bits of kibble in, are fantastic, and so are dental chews.